Hello and welcome to the Happy PharmD podcast. I am your host, Dr. Alex Barker, and with me today, I am joined by a lovely pharmacist, Rebekah Mahoney, or as I like to call her, Rebekah Mahoney. Rebekah is one of our clients who was able to go from a chain pharmacy over to an independent pharmacy as a manager and is loving it, building relationships, having fun. And in this conversation, we talk about how she went from thinking, there's not a job out there. No one's going to take me. I don't have experience. I don't know what I even want. And discovering that she actually really enjoys community pharmacy and she enjoys being a manager. She loves that responsibility when in the right environment. So, with that, we'll jump into the interview and have Rebekah share her journey of what it was like working with a coach and discovering some of these things. Oh, yeah. And also negotiating for an extra week of vacation. Who doesn't want that? Thanks for doing this with me.
I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I really appreciate you sharing your story and even just calling me a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I really wasn't aware of like all the things that had happened, but I think it would be good for some context.
Yeah.
So what are you doing right now as a pharmacist?
So right now I am the pharmacy manager at a hometown pharmacy. So it's a smaller independent chain. And I work at the Saginaw location.
Okay, nice.
Sorry, I got my cat walking on the table.
No, the cat makes you real.
Yeah, she's fun.
um,
Yeah.
I would never, well, never mind. Um, I've got a puppy, so if she comes barking, same thing, same story. Um,
Sorry.
don't be.
Keep going. It's all
It's
good.
fine. Um, so tell me what is different about life now in this new job that you have.
What's different now is I can make my own schedule. So if I've got family stuff going on, I can work my schedule around that, which is so nice.
Mm.
Hmm.
What else is different? What else is great?
Yeah. Being a manager, being in charge, it's different. Even though we're a chain, it still feels like an independent pharmacy because you're basically running the show. The stores are very spread out, so you do kind of feel like you're on your own a little bit, but you really learn how to stand on your feet, make decisions on your own, and you really get to connect with the patients in your community. Some I've gotten to know so well. They know my name, I know their name, and that's been really exciting for me.
Yeah, at the heart of pharmacy is relationships.
Yes.
Um, and I think a lot of our workplaces don't allow us to have those
Hmm.
because of metrics, because of
Yeah.
pressures and all that. It's hard to develop those, especially when you're afraid of, what's the next person going to do to me? What are they going to say? What are they going to come at me with?
Hmm.
It's so great to be in an environment where like you can be present and it-
Yes.
you can just help people.
Hmm. It's so important, like to be able to breathe, relax, actually enjoy, talking to patients, connecting with them
Mm.
instead of just feeling rushed all the time. Yeah.
How has that changed your like view of pharmacy? Um, maybe your how you see career satisfaction from it, or just the different perspective you had from your previous job.
I've learned that you're never stuck where you are. There's always the opportunity to improve yourself. Um, you know, since being at Kroger and coming to Hometown Pharmacy, I've learned, you can advance yourself even in the same job. Don't be afraid to ask for those opportunities to do what you enjoy doing. Um, like I really enjoy, working on the outcomes platform and reaching out to patients through phone calls, answering their questions, asking about adherence. And I learned, I can ask for more opportunities to do that, at Kroger and here at Hometown. Um, Yeah, so that's just really opened my eyes to what is possible
Hmm.
for me. Yeah.
So before you started working with us at the Happy PharmD, tell me about like the job search process. What was that like for you, and what kind of things were you doing?
Yeah, so with the help of my coach, he encouraged me just start reaching out to people
Well,
that
what were you doing before that though? Before you started
before.
working with the coach? Yeah.
Honestly, just wallowing in my sorrows. I I didn't
Sorry to bring it up.
it's okay. I don't know, I just didn't have the courage to, job hunt or apply.
Mm,
I just didn't think I'm not gonna make it anywhere else. This is all I know. This is all I can do.
mm,
And it was through, I think, having lunch with another pharmacist that she brought up the Happy PharmD, and that's kinda where, things took off, which has been great. But yeah, that's basically what I was doing before. I've had only been working, just about 2 years
mm.
before jumping into the coaching program.
Okay. So you weren't even applying or looking around.
Yeah,
Oh, just convinced.
yeah.
Oh man. What do you think led to that? Like why do you think that you were in a state of this is where I'm at, this is my lot in life. I'm just going to stay here.
I don't know, I think looking back, I think I just kept waiting for it to get better. I don't know, I try to be as optimistic as I can, and just saying, "Oh, you know, with staffing, maybe that'll get better," reaching out to our, pharmacy practice coordinator, are they gonna offer the help that they promised? And, uh, yeah, it was it was
Yeah.
such a stressful time, yeah, looking back.
Yeah.
So,
What was so stressful about it? Just the amount of work and the lack
yeah,
of
the
support?
the amount of work and the metrics placed on us,
Mm,
yeah, it was just so much pressure and stress, like, it just didn't work just wasn't fun anymore.
mm,
Um,
yeah.
I couldn't even yeah, I just wasn't happy anymore. Like, I remember, talking to my mom about how hard my job was, and then since this transition, she's like, "Rebecca, you're like a different person now," which that makes me happy. Like, I like being a happier, more enjoyable person. Um,
Yeah. How good is it to make mom happy?
yeah,
That's awesome. So when did you start working with, your coach?
it was September of last year,
Mm,
so over a year ago. Yeah.
yeah, and it was Eric Moody, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Eric actually went through our program as well.
Mhm.
Similar situation, in fact. Actually, y your story and his story are actually super similar, right? Because he was in retail
Well,
chain, and then he
yeah.
went over to independent and as a
Yes.
manager.
Yes. Yeah, we're on the same journey. It's great.
I'm just now connecting these dots.
Yeah.
Um, so what was it like working with him as a coach?
It was really a good experience for me,
Mm,
just having someone to talk to about me, you know, what I was struggling with, and really just, he helped me realize it's okay to open up about yourself. Like, what at the heart, like, what do you enjoy doing? Because we can find that for you. Um, 'Cause before I was very closed off, very introverted, but being more comfortable being on camera like this, making those videos of myself and sending them out to people,
yeah.
and yeah, he just helped me grow so much in confidence, you know, knowing that there are possibilities, there are opportunities out there for you. You're not stuck
Mm.
where you are.
What kind of things did he do to help you grow in confidence?
He let's see, thinking back.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, just, like, giving me, like, the goal of, "Rebecca, reach out to one person a day. I just want you to do that because Me, I like to keep to myself, but, putting myself out there, connecting with people, it was, a little nerve-wracking at first, but with that challenge, you know, the more you do something, you get more and more comfortable with it.
Mm.
And so that was one of the ways he challenged me to f and that leads to the opportunities when you network. So,
Could you take me to like one of the best maybe aha moments that you had in the program? Like things clicked for you, perhaps, or something like that?
oh, I think really, like, when it really clicked for me, it was just like the power of networking, it really came to me, like, I was on LinkedIn and I, found this one person that I had just worked with on a rotation when I was in pharmacy school, and we totally reconnected, and we went out to dinner, and I told her, "Oh, I'm in this coaching program, looking for remote jobs," and she connected me to, like, maybe 2 other people who are pharmacists who work remote, and just by reaching out to a person I knew from years ago.
Yeah.
You never know where a conversation or a connection is gonna lead.
Mm.
So,
And so you started in September and you had decided to stay in community pharmacy.
I did.
Um, one of the things that I've been trying to be more vocal about online is that community is still worth saving. It's still
Mhm.
a good job. It can be a great job, but you have to be really careful about, the companies you're looking at and, what's the culture like? Is it
Mhm.
toxic? Do they
Yeah.
protect their workers? Um, so in terms of like how the coaching process helped you identify that you wanted to stay in community, what was that like for you? Was it kind of eye-opening to be like, "Oh, I'm going to go into community."
Yeah, it was interesting because with community isn't just chain retail. There's the independent chains, there's this, single store independent chains, and, you know, realizing that you can make the most out of that position. Because when I was interviewing with Hometown, the script count was a lot lower at my store and, more opportunities to make those outreach phone calls and being able to manage the store the way I wanted, instead of working under someone else. That
Sure.
that really excited me. I'm like, let's go for this.
Mm,
I want to see what this will be like. And it's been, I've learned so much, just being in this position for 10 months. And it's been great for me.
awesome. So you started with us in September and you got the job in, you said January?
Yes. Hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
So September, October, November, December, January, like 4 months-ish?
Hmm. Yeah.
Nice. That's good timing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Um, so if you had to describe, like, coaching to someone who's never had a coach, like, what would you say coaching is?
Coaching is it's mentorship. It's help that's there when you need it.
Mm,
It's a way to assure you that, you're not alone. There's a team behind you
mm.
rooting for you. That's what coaching is to me.
And how did it help you in terms of getting this job?
I think it helped me, to be selective. Don't just jump at the first thing that comes at you. Um, it taught me how to, what questions to ask during the interviews, even learning a little bit about negotiating, which I never thought I'd be comfortable doing.
Did
And
you negotiate?
I did. I actually got myself an extra week of vacation. I'm like, "Ooh."
Ooh, that's headline title worthy.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. Um, yeah, and really, yeah, just when you feel like you're lost in in what to do and, um, the application interview process, you just really go back to like what drives you? You
Mm,
know, what, you know, what was the thing that made you want to go into pharmacy? What do you enjoy doing? And like looking for that job that's
mm.
gonna take you there. So
Awesome. Do you have any feedback for me, like about the program or about what you went through with us?
honestly, no, like, um, I loved that you offered either, the was it like a group? Like you're with
Mhm.
um, other pharmacists going through the coaching together, or you could do the one-on-one. And I'm really glad that you provided that because I feel like that's where, you know, that's how I could do better is just having my own personal coach.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I really don't have any critic, like nothing. I felt like it was
Oh, thank you.
just a good experience for me. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think if I have any more questions. I usually do. That is really sweet though about the extra week. Um,
They were only gonna give me, I think, 2 weeks, so
mm,
10 days, but I got 15 days, so not bad.
no, not bad at all. Way to go. What's the best benefit that you've received from this job in comparison to the job you had previously? Like, what's the thing that you're really glad you have now?
You know, even though even though our team is small, like, we've grown so close, working hard to build back the store because they didn't have, I think, a full-time manager for a few months before I started, so things were pretty hectic, but yeah, like, we all support each other, like, if we need help with something, we're there for
Mm,
each other, um, and going back to just having my own schedule, like, it's huge because at Kroger, every other weekend I had to work, and I would work maybe up to 10, 11 days in a row. So
mhm,
hard. But at hometown, with your own schedule, I get 1 weekday off a week, no Sundays, 1 Saturday a month, so I can prioritize, um, you know, family versus work.
yeah,
So,
that's so cool.
yeah.
Um, what do you wish you could tell Rebecca when you were just starting this process? Like at the very beginning of coaching, what do you wish you could go back and tell her?
Mm. Don't don't compare yourself to others. Focus on you.
Mm,
Your journey is your journey, and you're where you're meant to be. So, but, you will get to the place where you're meant to be as well.
mm.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I
Mhm.
think it's a great reminder because sometimes I'm always looking into the future about where I want to be.
Mhm.
It's very easy to forget
Yeah.
how far you've come. Anyway, what was it like working with Eric? There's one.
It was great.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, really nice guy, and he he would ask me questions that, I'm like, "I never thought about that before." Like,
Mm,
"Whoa." And one of my, I would say, weaknesses is, um, being a workaholic a little bit. And so he'd be like, "Rebecca, why are you going in like an hour early and staying late? You don't need to do that." I'm like, I know. It's hard, when there's work to be done, it's like it's hard to let that go. But I think, my drive, it is a little bit longer compared to my Kroger commute. So that does keep me from like, nope, you keep work at work, you enjoy
mm.
your day off. So
You mentioned to me in a previous call that Eric told you something. about coaching. Do you remember what that was?
Oh, what did he tell me? I know I had a phone call with him since I talked to you, and
Oh, really?
yeah, and just updating him, with where I was, and, he's like, "Rebecca, don't forget, experience is experience. Doesn't matter if it's good, bad, anything you can learn from." Um, but I remember, I think another thing I might have told you, because like when we first started, I didn't believe him, but he's like, "Rebecca, pretty soon, like you're gonna feel like a whole new person when you walk out of this coaching program. You're gonna feel like you're in charge. You have the ability to make your path the way you want it." I'm like, "I don't know, but he, I feel it now."
Nice.
So,
Yeah. Coaching is transformative, right? It
yeah.
opens you up to think differently about how you're approaching just about any problem, but in this case, career specifically. I think that's it for my questions. Thank you for sharing. That was all really, really great stuff.
Thank you.
It's possible. You can transition into another job. It could even be within the industry that you're in right now in pharmacy, but you may not know where to start or where to begin. The best thing to do is to schedule a call with one of us at our team. We have career advisors that are on staff ready to take your call and help you understand what jobs are out there, where the market is at, and how to begin to stand out. And if you're interested in working with a career coach, they'll be happy to share with you what our programs are like, just like what Rebecca went through. And we're ready and super excited to help you get into a better job where, hey, it's possible you could have an extra week of vacation, make more money, do work that matters, or even getting a remote job. We're very excited and we want to be a part of your next chapter in your career. So until we see you in the next episode, take care.